Welcome to the Covid Chronicles. Today is day 32. It's Easter Sunday. As we record, another week gone while we're in quarantine, while our city's on lockdown here in New York City. It's been about a week since I gave you guys a vid. So we're gonna get this one out as soon as possible. I wish I recorded on Friday, but it's been a long week. It's been a long weekend. And as you guys can see, especially my fellow New Yorkers who are in this epicenter along with me, I'm here with you guys here in the epicenter, and our perspective is different from almost everyone else's. Not everyone, because there's people in Italy who know about our loss, about our struggle with the COVID-19 epidemic, pandemic, catastrophe, whatever you want to call it. Whatever adjective you want to use, whatever noun you want to use to describe the situation, it's probably going to be apropos. So where do we start with this week's show? Or this week's talk? Because that's what it is, just a talk, you guys. It's not, I don't really pre-prepare this. There's some things I wanted to bring up, that I plan to bring up, that I will bring up. But other than that, I'm just going to go out, and, make this raw and just tell you guys what's going on. So remember last week, I was talking about my the guy at the store close to in my neighborhood, one of the close corner stores. I was talking about the guy that didn't want to let me use my debit card on my own, right? He is not there anymore. He's home. He's sick. He's in bad shape. At first, the store was closed, like maybe 4 days after the video that I told you guys. The store got closed, and this store is never closed. It's a 24/7 hour store. This is not the nicest part of town. Most people don't open their stores 24 hours, 24/7 in a neighborhood like mine. But they do, and they have no problem with it. They do fine. But my whole point of bringing that up is they never close. That door is old. That gate is never down. I didn't even know they had a gate until the other day. They put the gates down, and they weren't there for about 6 days. And I was like, wow, you guys are done. The other day they reopened it. Somebody else is there. They said that my buddy who didn't want to let me use my own card, the guy who said that he wasn't worried about COVID, and then when God come, he's real sick right now. And I had a whole thing with him, a back and forth and an argument with him. It didn't make sense to me. I'm like, bro, let's just respect the rules and respect the game. It doesn't hurt to be careful. Worst thing that can happen is everything was wrong and you didn't have to be careful. But that still doesn't hurt you. But when defiance puts you in this position where it hurts you, or it maims you, or it kills you, or it cripples you or your family, what's the point of it? Like, our egos are crazy. And we're seeing this during this pandemic. We're seeing it because there's a lot of people, their defiance is costing other people their lives. Just now, maybe I would say the last week or so, I'm starting to see the city calm down and people are starting to buckle down and most people are wearing their mask. But now you have it where the people who didn't really believe in it or made light of it or joked about it, they are getting hit. And they go from 0 to 1,000, 0 to 100 quickly, from not giving a shit to, oh my God, it's done, it's hit me. Why did it have to hit us where it hurt till we started to believe? Why did it gotta be like that? Why gotta be that way? I just don't understand. I know it's normal human nature, but it doesn't make sense. It's not how I operate. I could learn from the pain of others. I'm capable of learning from the pain of others. You don't have to come cut me or stab me in the leg to let me know that getting stabbed in the leg hurts. Or it's not conducive to the way I want to. I don't want to get stabbed. I don't want to get COVID either. I know I'm out here in the field, but somebody got to do it. But believe me, I'm thinking about the vid, every second. And it's nerve-wracking, just like you guys are thinking about it all the time. You guys ain't even out there and you're thinking about it all the time, as you should. This thing is like a mental drain. And after this is all over, we're going to have to recover from this mentally, even if we took close losses or not, because there's a lot of people who've taken tough losses. There's a lot of friends, and acquaintances who've lost parents and brothers and sisters and friends every day. That's just me. But it's you too. I know it's you, man, and I pray for you, and I'm sending you my flowers and my prayers and my thoughts. I'm going through we going through the shit, man. We all are. It's nuts though, because like I was talking about the mental of the mental, our how much we can handle this, our mental health when it comes to this, because if we're not thinking about it, we're gonna get caught up, we're gonna get infected, and then we might be asymptomatic, we might bring it home, we don't know if we're gonna hurt our kids, we don't know if we're gonna hurt this person or that. It's scary, Then you got people, you feel like they don't give a shit, you get angry at them, people are fighting in the streets, family members are fighting, people who usually aren't combative are fighting. And it's ill, yo, but let me tell you one thing that this thing is gonna do, that this virus is doing, it's showing you who is who. I said that earlier to you guys. It's showing you who is who. This virus is exposing the insufficiencies in relationships. It's showing the cracks in the foundations of a lot of relationships, because people are seeing what their significant other or their loved one is really made of. If they're really about that, you might see that, like, yo, she be like, yo, this motherfucker, right? Watch this guy right here. He's a hell of a man. He's doing this. Or you might be like, oh my God, this guy's a piece of ish. He don't care about nobody. You start to see people, or you start to see what she's about. She don't care about nobody. Or the way she moves, you start to see how irresponsible people are. You start to see who cares about just themselves by the way they move. Because this thing that's going on, it matters how we treat people. Because the littlest thing, you can go kill someone. Easy, you can go kill someone and you won't even get in trouble for it if you bring it to them. This is the responsibilities we all share is crucial in these times. You look at the power of the higher ups and the politicians and I touch my face. Excuse me, before I get to the politicians. Didi was like, "Damn, W, touch your face up." Listen, Didi, I'm ready. I did this before last show. I know, because I know I'm gonna touch my face while I run my mouth. I know I am. I'm a touchy face kind of guy, yo. So what are you gonna do, yo? I admit it. So, I'm here, baby, So now, yeah. So the higher up the politicians and all that, they're making this people's lives on the line, and there's so much bureaucracy involved. And these guys are gonna do it, and finger pointing and responsibility passing, and it's just so much time being wasted. And the thing about this thing is that we've learned is as fast as I'm talking is as fast as the virus kills you. Like the urgency that we have, that it's warranted, because this thing is not gonna wait till something comes in the mail, or a bill is passed, or this or that, or the masks are sent. We need these things. The governors are bidding against each other for medical supplies. We're all going at each other's throats because the feds haven't taken over, even though they've called this a national emergency. We still don't see it at a national level. Yeah, we've got some ambulances in town. We do. We have some guys from Minnesota. We got some guys from North Dakota. I met a lot of guys. People from Texas drove here. They came through. They drove from Cali here, and we appreciate it. And I'm going to tell you one thing. The time that they came through here, before they came, the workload was double. They came, it calmed down. We still working a lot, working 13-hour days, but, it's not ridiculous, because we were getting swamped. Because sometimes after these calls, you need to exhale. But they want you right on top of another one. Go get this one. Bro, hold up, bro. Let me get my stuff together. Let me get my faculties together. Because when I lose this, I'm not going to get it back. And you're not going to care. You're going to replace me. Because that's the way the game goes, right? All right. So now, I wanted to talk about, a little bit. It's some ill-ish I seen this week, in the Chronicles. I know I have a unique perspective that most people don't share. And, a lot of times me, my colleagues and myself, we don't realize the perspective we have. And when I look at the policemen work, and I look at the firefighters work, and I look at the custodians in the hospitals, and the cleaning ladies and all of that, they are so unheralded. The stuff they do, because I go peel someone out the room and I take them wherever I got to take them. They still got all their nasty, their tissues and all their other, everything's dirty in there. The whole room's contaminated, and these people got to clean it. And these people go back to their families, scared to death that they don't bring it home. Showering 10 times a day, washing their hands till the whole top layer of their skin is almost coming off. It's nuts. We're getting neurotic out here. We are. But you know, it's ill. You know, the other day I took a man from a hospital in Brooklyn, and I took him to a nursing facility, a nursing home, a nursing rehab, whatever you want to call it. And this man I took was about 88 years old. And when we take people out of the hospital, and I tell you guys, we do a lot of non-emergencies. A lot of people need medical transport because they need medical support with them at all times. So we'll provide that. Sometimes we're not doing emergencies, you know, like on TV. Fitney, they do that exclusively. The 911 truck, the Fitney trucks, they do that exclusively. We moonlight. We do emergencies, we do non-emergencies. But all of them are COVID, almost COVID related calls can be on any spectrum. They can be a discharge because there's COVID patients being discharged. And I said that to you guys before. Then there's COVID patients who are going through respiratory issues who need immediate help. You move them too. Those are the coughy patients. And whatever symptoms, they're the ones who are just going through it. Those are the ones that are scary as heck to take, but you gotta take them. I'm still here. I feel good. You know, all I do is I build my immune system all day. You know, I asked my homegirl Annie G. She said the same thing. I was like, yo, what you doing? She's like, yo, I just build my immune system out here. You know, she's holding it down, yo. PD, doing it, holding the city together. That's what we're doing. So yeah, I take those patients, those coffee patients or whatever, they in the ER, and I also take patients out of that same ER. But it'd be crazy to me because these patients be so close to each other. I'm like, wow, this is nuts. You know, so stay home, people, man. Just stay in the crib, man. Like, I know it's cliche-ish and it sounds corny and all, but for real, man, it's making a difference. And people are dying, man. And I see people that, you know, my friends care about, my friends' loved ones. I haven't taken that close of a hit, you know, thank God, but I'm not special. And I've seen enough. You've seen enough. We got to get out of this. You know, right now, we got to survive. And I'm going to go on that in a minute. I want to tell y'all back about that patient. So I take this man. Usually, when we take these patients, we have to check to make sure they're stable. Because you take someone out of the hospital, whatever reason they were in the hospital, we got to make sure that's taken care of before we take them out wherever we're taking them. Otherwise, I'm going to be responsible. So, you know, we make sure they're good. But this is a different time now, isn't it? So the protocols have been changed in a little bit, you know, to match the time we're in. And this gentleman had a low oxygen saturation. You know, he's 90 years old. He was a do not resuscitate patient. That means you cannot do chest compressions on him if he needs it. He was a do not intubate patient, which means he cannot get intubated. He won't get the tube in him, and he can't get it, and that entails the ventilator. So DNI patients do not get ventilators. They don't get nothing. Once they go on arrest, they are left alone, and nature will take its course. If by some miracle they get out of it on their own, God willing, they do. But most time they get sent and left to go, and that's what they wanted. And this patient was one of those patients. So he wasn't ready, stable to leave the hospital, but there was nothing more the hospital could do for him, so they discharged him back to the facility he was at. I took this patient out with low saturation level, and we discharged him to the nursing facility. And he probably was 88, 87. But when we got to the nursing place, man, you know, he was in worse shape than when I met him, or about half an hour, 45 minutes before that. And he pretty much started to break down on my stretcher, you know. We brought him, and eventually we got him to the facility. The facility said, okay, they knew the man. Obviously, he was there before. They was like, this is a nice man. He's always so nice to us. He always says please and thank you. He's not mean and vicious. She was like, this is horrible to see this happen to him. She was like, yo, look at his feet. And when she said that, that was what was chilling. And she pulls the blanket up on him. Pulls it up. And you see the discoloration in his feet. You know, they were like purplish, you know, and the rest of his body was his normal color. And, but, you know, your far extremities, when your heart starts pumping poorly, your fingertips and your toes and your feet will get blood last and get new blood last. So they will start showing the effects with their discoloration. That means you're in big trouble. You know, that means the Reaper, you know, he paged you already. He already hit you on Facebook. He coming over. You know, so, and we knew he was gonna die, you know, and, you know, normally they'd be like, what the hell, you brought this patient? Why, you know, I would get in trouble, why you brought this patient? But No problem. They said, yo, put him in the bed, okay, da 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 da. She changed the bed, she put a little blanket for him, she set him up nicely, and she left him there. She left him alone. She left him alone. I'm saying, I said, yo, I told Mo, I said, yo, Mo, she gonna die. Mo was like, yeah, I mean, he's gonna go. Yeah, whatever. The next day, Mo told me he went. He was over there. He asked for him. They told Mo, yeah, 3 hours later, he passed on. He gone. 88 years old, victim of COVID related complications. It's that simple. They said 2,000 people died yesterday. And it's bugged out, man. It's wild, man. It's crazy because it's like we're going through so many emotions. You people want to rekindle relationships or apologize for things that, they wish didn't happen, or fix 10-year beefs. Man, I feel that, but now's not the time for that. You think, oh, you're talking about? No, because that means you think you're going to die. No, that's not what survivors do. We're in survival mode. All the questions about, this came from this, the government, it's the wet market bat, or the Wuhan lab. Oh, excuse me. COVID. Who knows? Or it's the Wuhan lab, or, the U.S. government made it, or it's a bat, or, all that shit, all that ish. Something brought it here. Maybe God did. Maybe it was, maybe it's Passover part 2. Who knows? But it don't matter because it's here and it's killing us. We're questioning where it's from right now. You don't have time to know. When a dude come in your house and he got the gun and he broke in, are you worried about where he came from? Where'd he come from right now? Did he get through the window? No. You're trying to survive the attack of your home. When the attack is over and you survive it, then you worry about where he came from, how he got in the house, how he knew what you had. You figure it out then. The question is, we got to get our priorities in order. We got to get our priorities in order. Our priorities are not in order. To conspiracy theories, all that, but it's still here. It'll kill you while you're thinking of this conspiracy theory. It don't care. Like Charlamagne say, the COVID, it don't give a freak about you. You don't care about it, don't care about you. We have to survive this right now. That's what's happening. And me, like my sister look, trying to take care of her folks, man. She worried about her folks. I'm worried about my folks. I'm scared for them, I'm scared for myself. You think I'm not? I'm a tough guy. I guess I'm a tough guy. I'm a dangerous guy. But I'm still worried. I'm still anxious. I'm very much aware. And you want to use the word scared? Yeah. But I'll tell you one thing. A man that is worried about something is going to have less chance of it doing what he think it can do to him, what he knows it's capable of doing him, because he's going to be ready for it. So, that's what we're dealing with now. I knock on wood, make it through this, because I know I'm in a danger zone. My friends tell me all the time, be careful, be careful, be careful. I appreciate it, man. And you don't have to stop telling me. I don't mind it. But you be careful, too. You be careful, too, my friends. My loved ones. I love you guys. Let's make it through, man. I know, man, we're learning about loss. If we haven't had it, we're getting it now. But, it's changed all of our lives. These bigwigs, they want to get the situation moving quickly, as we've heard, and if we study patterns in history, we look at the Spanish flu. The Spanish flu came through twice. The second time it came through, it hit harder. And that's how these viruses do. They go dormant in the summer because they don't like the heat, but they linger around. They linger in asymptomatic people. They linger around. A couple people have them here and there, but then it comes back and it start hammering us. So, it's changed the world as we know it. Sporting events, kaput. The Standard on hold. No, man, I watched DJ Premier versus the RZA last night on Instagram. And the community was out. The hip-hop community, they came through for that. I saw almost 190,000 viewers at once. And we watched these two great hip-hop producer, DJ, turntable wizards work it. And I thought it was a great battle. If you ask me who won, I'll take the RZA, but it's whatever you want to believe. But it was great. I loved it. I thought the RZA won. I thought the RZA played tracks that You know, he paid him at the right time. It's all about timing and order. And that's what I'm saying, the same thing with the virus, you know. Battling it, it's going to be an order of it, you know. And if we're losing this, we can't battle it, you know. I've seen people crumble. We're watching people crumble. It was another lady, you know, she was, they had said she had fell or whatever, and she was in bad shape. Her vitals were through the roof. And but I was taking her to the ER, and I knew when I put her in the ER, you know, she was in she was almost critical. But it wasn't, I'm not sure if it was COVID related or not, but it was definitely old lady related, because she had fell a week before. And when old people fall, that is really could be a prelude of the end a lot of times. And some of us know that very well with our loved ones that we've lost. I know it personally, my grandma. So my aunt too. Rest in peace to both of them, Popo and Paulette. All right. So she had fell. I gotta take a break. I thought about them too. But you know, my cousin will love his aunt, you know, my granny, you know. But so she fell, whatever, and I seen her, I'm like, damn, this lady's in bad shape. So when we take her to Maimonides. You guys see me? I cut the picture at Mamo's headquarters, man. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, it has a lot of the best doctors there, but so a lot of people go there, and it's going down in there. The urgency in that emergency room. Every time I go there, I go inside, I take a deep ass breath, yo. Like, here we go, you know? It's like, wow, yo. Like, yo, E, you gonna go in there, just go in there. But I gotta get myself hyped up. I was telling y'all last week, it's like a football game. Like, yo, let's go, break. And that's how it is to go in the ER. I told my partner, I was like, yo, stay here, I'm gonna go in. What's the point of both of us going in? When I'm ready to go, and then I end up going in there, the patient I went to go in there for, he wasn't going. No. Did I take him out? No, that's the guy I took to the... Yeah. That's the guy I took. I told y'all the story. He just left on the stretcher. He did go out. What hospital was it? I don't remember. But whatever, man. Bottom line is, though, I bring her to the ER. There's two sides. There's sides for, you know, non-urgent patients, and that's the quiet side. And it's not as many respirators and staff walking around. It's very quiet. They let you wait. A doctor comes see you. Then you got the other side where people need help now, and most of them are COVID patients, coughing and sneezing and whatever, diarrhea, all that. All the symptoms are in there. And that lady, man, you know, they tell me to put her right there. When I walk in, they say put her right there, so I push her all the way down there to the back. It was about 25 yards all the way to the back, straight across from the entrance. And when I put her in that corner, there was some guy next door. He was just coughing. He had his mask on halfway. You know when people got the mask on halfway, it annoys me. I just get so aggravated. Like wearing it then. You might as well take it off. So he got the mask on halfway. He coughing, and they want me to put her near him. I put a mask on her face, man. You know, man. That lady not coming out of there, man. I remember her name, man, and I'm going to go find out and do some research and see she made it. And I picked her up before for other stuff, for non-emergencies. I've took her to the doctor before, you know. And at this time, I didn't take her straight to the ER. She had an appointment because they called the doctor. The doctor was like, I knew she had to go to the ER, man. So, you know, when I put her in that emergency room, I said, yo, I just put that lady in her coffin, yo. I know she out of here, man. If she make it, man, I hope I'm wrong, man. Oh, man, it didn't look good, man. It's not a good scene, man. It's not a good scene, man. But you know, our mental health is so important right now. And you know, we have to take care of each other. We have to watch each other, you know. The people who were in there that we're quarantined with, you know, you gotta look out for them. 2,000 deaths yesterday in New York City. It's Easter Sunday. You know, Passover was here. Good Friday was average, best, you know. We're living differently now. We're living in a different time. And we're going to make it through, though. Look at the Chinese numbers. These shits, they didn't even move yet. This is crazy, man. You can't believe a word these people say, man, out there right now. Because nobody trusts nobody no more. That thing, when you look at the USA numbers from last week when I was pointing up here, Forget about it, man. That's right now, you know. That's right now. You see these racing. Look, they even got Trinidad up here, you know. Nigeria, Pakistan. I don't know. Oh, what's NER? You know. Let me see. Yeah. This is where we're at. Little island stuff. Look at, you know, Jamaica, 69. They got 4 deaths. Haiti, 33-3. You know. This is nuts, man. Yeah. So, you guys, man, I'm going to see y'all soon, you know, on the Chronicles. I'm trying to figure out if there's anything I left. I didn't tell before I leave, rather. You know, I talked to a funeral director. Then I messaged my friend. She was just talking about the work and stuff. I was like, yo, just be careful because we don't even know how long this stuff lasts. They don't talk about that stuff for like them. I'm sure they got their protocol for the people for the morticians and whatnot. You know, God bless them though. They putting all them bodies on the island, all these unclaimed bodies in New York City. We're getting so many deaths a day. I know it's so dark, but you know. This is it, man. It's a dark cloud. I need a nuke for this dark cloud to follow, because while it's over me, it's too dark to see tomorrow. It's another one, yo, that it's another rhyme that I keep every time I hear it. I'm like, yo, that they talking about COVID. It was the P rhyme. It was like, yo, people don't see the light until they bleed a few pints. Take your most VP, son. You won't leave them like the letter T. You won't see me run. Unless it's police. And I'm like, that's like he's talking about like the vid, like no one believes in it till they bleed, you know? And then by the time they do that, he already killed your one of your most favorite people. So that's like wow, man, you know. This dark cloud is upon us. You know, like Esco said, I need one new one. So, you don't know if you don't have COVID. So I'm tired of people saying I don't have COVID. Shut the hell up. You don't know if you don't have it. But if you feeling good, that's all that matters. And so stay your ass put. Okay? Okay? Shorty 21 years old. She was EMT. She went home, she treated patients, you know, and she went home, killed her pops, you know what I'm saying? Killed her pops. The judge, March 12th, he told people he didn't want to be in the courtroom because of social distancing. They gave him a hard time. He stayed in the courtroom. 26th, he was dead. COVID. That Detroit bus driver, you know, Rudy Gobert mocked it. The Detroit bus driver, he got coughed on. People who mock it, they almost always get it, I swear, man. It's like some ill shit, man. So, I could sit here and talk about this all day. And I'm going to have more Chronicles. It's just so ill, man. I remember, you know, there was patients I talked to who were doing well. And I just want that known, you know. We don't really talk about the recoveries. There's a lot of recoveries. There's old men recovering. There's people fighting the heck out of it and recovering, you know. But, yeah, so, you know, I'm going to close this thing out, man. I babbled enough. You guys know what's up. At this point, we're going to survive in advance. Survive in advance. Survive in advance. Like Jimmy V. Like, subscribe, share. You know, let's just do this together, man. Let's take care of each other, because when we're rattled and angry or whatever, that doesn't help. It makes everybody's around us, it's more of a difficult time for them. Everyone, it affects everyone. You know, we have to take care of each other. I know it's cliche and it sounds corny to some people, but it's not. It's the way we're supposed to be living. You know, that foul-ish, you know. Right now, we gotta look out for each other. Yes, there's gonna be a lot of people trying to get over. There's gonna be a lot of price gouging and scammers and all that. You know, we're gonna overcome everything. You know, we're gonna survive this, and we're gonna move on. And now we're gonna pick up the pieces. See you guys next week on the Chronicles. Peace.